Hey everyone, Trace here. Today we're going to be playing with some water and some markers and some stamps and some ink. It's just going to be really fun, just kind of playing around. We're going to use the technique that we learned last week, the hand lettering technique, but with a little twist of using some watercolor, the markers, and some water brush. So this is what you're going to need for this project. Some Tombow dual brush pens, and I'm going to use probably the pink and the purple, and some May Made It stamps. We're going to use 3 different ones. This is the Sunflower Wishes, and for this stamp set I'm using the stem and the smaller leaf. And this one we used last week, but it's got some great images for this technique. We're going to be using the hugs and the hello. And this stamp set is Big Time Sayings. And this one is also really great for this technique. This is the All Occasion stamp set, and we're going to be using the thank you. You're going to need some Canson watercolor paper, or any watercolor paper that you have. And a water brush. This happens to be Recollections. And the inks, I'm going to use some VersaFine Onyx Black, some Ranger Distress Oxide. This is color Peeled Paint. And some Versamark ink. Also, some card bases and some card fronts made from the watercolor paper. And these are some Kanzashi flowers that I'm going to be adding. And in a few weeks I will be having a series, a long-running series of Kanzashi flowers and folds and things like that, what you can do with it. So this is just a little preview. I will be teaching this class in Fort Worth, Texas on March 15th, 16th, and 17th. And we have a beginner and an advanced Kanzashi class there. And all the information is at maymaymadeit.com if you're interested in that. And some art glitter glue. Always need that. And a scrap piece of paper. That looks like it. So we will get started. So just like last week, I'm using some Versamark ink, and I'll ink up this image. This says hugs, this sentiment, and I'm going to stamp down just about right there. And it is clear, so it's not easy to see, but it is there, and I will let that dry for a little bit. I'm going to do another one, and that one is going to be the hello, also with the ink, and I'm going to put it on the opposite side. So now with the Tombow marker on the brush side, we're going to really examine where these are. You can practice ahead of time as well, but you want to go ahead and mark just the top section of all of the letters, just going just halfway down with the marker. And so it's very, very, very difficult to see. So I've marked just the top of the images, the letters, with the purple marker, and it is a little strange just writing out just the tops, but very fun too. Now I'm going to continue on with the bottom half with the pink. So I'm just going to start where I left off and continue writing. And I know it doesn't look like a whole lot. It doesn't look very, very nice at first. but we will make that really pop in just a sec. So there's the word, and next we're going to use the water brush, and we are going to just go over the entire thing with the water brush, letting it just blend in naturally. It's so neat how it actually just does that and blends those two colors together when you're just kind of writing it out to where it almost looks handwritten. But again, you did a little cheating with the stamps there, and it just looks really cool, all blended. So we're going to let that dry and continue on. So the next step, I'm going to use some Distress Oxide inks, and I'm going to ink up about half of this. This is the stem, and I'm going to do around that much there. Go ahead and ink down. Now I want to do the opposite direction for the second one, so I want to turn it around, ink that up, make sure I get enough ink on there around this area, ink down. Now I've double loaded this block with that smaller leaf, so I'm going to put 2 leaves on each stem, going in the opposite direction. And in order to do that, just turn that upside down. And there. And the next one, something like this. Just kind of play around, putting leaves on there any way you want to. So next is the fun part. We're going to use the water brush, and we're going to fill in these leaves. Because it's the Distress inks, it reacts with water. So just filling in that leaf image. It's so much fun to do that. It's kind of like you're painting or coloring with some markers, but it's really just water. So it's kind of hard to mess up. Just go ahead and fill in both of those. It's really, really fun. So I decided to add a little more sentiment to the sentiment here already. So with some VersaFine, I'm going to put my friend right underneath the hello. So it'll go right about there. And sending is on the other side of the block, so I'll go ahead and put sending right above the hugs. Just press down. Okay, so let that dry for just a second, and I'm going to assemble these cards. So I'm going to probably use a hot glue gun and glue these down just like that, and I'm also going to attach them to the card bases, and I'll be right back. So I had some watercolor paper left over from when I made the card fronts here, and I went ahead and stamped that down with some Versamark ink and went ahead and did the watercolor technique. And so now I have some sentiments for another card So you definitely want to use up that watercolor paper, every little bit of it. So yeah, here's the two flowered cards from the Kanzashi here. And they came out really great. I love the watercolor technique. It just really makes it so nice. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time with another crafty video. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.